Do you want to learn Spanish and don't know where to start? Let me help you. Here's a couple of tips that I'll give you on how to get started speaking Spanish today. First, we need to start with why. Why are you learning Spanish? As Friedrich Nietzsche said, he who has a why can surpass any how. So, why are you learning Spanish? Is it to connect with a family member, a friend, a loved one? Is it to travel abroad and be able to order off the menu or get off the beaten path with your Spanish to be able to navigate like a trip by yourself without needing a tour guide or an interpreter? If that's what it is, or no matter what it is, connect with that bigger why. That will get you past all the hows and whats and all the details because your purpose is bigger than all the other details and things that'll hinder you. And you can take a picture or have a picture of your family member or that destination that you want to get to continue to look at and motivate yourself of why this is why I'm doing this. How to get started is actually the easiest part. It's right here and right now. And what I mean by that is you just start from wherever you're at with whatever you've got. So if you have just basically, a couple numbers, great. Then you have a starting point. Now you know where to go from then on. And one thing that you want to do, another tip along with the why, is connecting it to something you enjoy. That'll help get past all kind of the, I guess, unmotivation days when you don't really feel like it if you're doing something you enjoy. So, in other words, if you enjoy fishing or running, reading books, whatever your hobby is, knitting, it doesn't matter. If you can connect that to the language, the things that you already enjoy doing, that you're already doing, if you like watching Netflix all day, great, then just do it in Spanish. And that way that you're doing something you already would do just in another language. And so watch YouTube videos on fishing or podcasts on fishing or just look up words about fishing and being able to talk about those topics because then you're going to do something you already would do anyway. So in other words, you're talking about things that you already enjoy, you'll be more passionate about, you'll be more motivated to learn. So for example, I like reading, so I'll read different books about things, topics that I already want to learn, but just in Spanish, and different YouTube videos on, learning different languages or running or anything that I like, just in Spanish. And speaking of vocabulary, though, and expanding your vocabulary, you can get a little notebook like this. These are like three for $1 at the dollar store. And why is because you can write down little vocabulary words that you come across in a notebook, and this will just fit in your back pocket. It's very small. And because you want to be able to, when you come across a time speaking with someone, you might not, remember that word that they said 5 minutes later, or you might have heard something on a podcast or on a news or wherever you heard it, and you forgot that word like 10 minutes, like, oh, I heard this word. If you just write it down, even if you don't know how to spell it correctly or whatever, you can always come back and practice. Hey, I heard this word. I saw this word. What does it mean? How do I use it in a sentence? And if you don't have anyone to speak with, I've talked about this on my first podcast episode, but italki is by far the easiest and most efficient where you can hire a tutor for less than $10 an hour easily. And that'll give you someone to speak Spanish with and practice these things, listening, speaking the words you're learning, improving your vocabulary, everything. And it's something I highly recommend that I've done myself. I'll put all the links in the description below with all the other notes that I'm talking about as well, so you don't have to search for that. That allows you to have a speaking partner even if you don't have one. If you don't have a friend or family member or know no one, you can instantly hire a tutor for less than $10 an hour. You're speaking and all that. Just get a phrase book, any phrase book. To be honest, don't overthink it. You just need like more words, vocabulary, grammar in phrases that are natural, things that you can speak and practice. And then you practice saying those phrases over and over until you get them right, helping with your tutor, helping you say them correctly. And they might be irrelevant, and that's fine because you'll just learn that over process. It's a whole process. Like the shortcuts um, could be just, I can link below to like this one called Omniglot, which you can find online as just a survival Spanish, some phrases. So as far as having to go look for that, at least that'll save you some time there. And then this is the ultimate of this whole video that you have to do today to really get started speaking Spanish. You pull out your phone. I know everybody has a phone now with a video camera, and you record yourself speaking Spanish where you're at, whatever level and however much Spanish you have. If it's just the alphabet, if it's just the numbers, do that, because it's just like a before and after pic working out at the gym. Here's where I was before, and here's where I am, 30, 60, 90, 6 months from now, whatever. And you can go back and look at, wow, um, how much I've improved in my speaking ability, demeanor, and everything. Because on that video that you'll have in your phone, you can always refer to it and you can say, man, that's how I sound in Spanish, or that's how I look. And that gives you a point to critique and improve upon. And looking at it in a positive way like that. I've done this myself and even put it up on YouTube of myself learning French and Arabic of my day zero video where I basically spoke for like 5 seconds of just like, hello, how are you? And that's about it. Um, and I'll put that in here below too, um, just to motivate you to see, hey, I'm done what I'm talking about. If you want to share that video with me, feel free. You can message me on Instagram or email me, and I'll be glad to help you with that critique, and to motivate you and hold you accountable as well. It's extreme accountability, but it'll also, uh, to get where you want to be, you got to do things you haven't done. So the first thing you need to do today, don't wait any longer. Start here, start now. Record a video of yourself speaking Spanish. That's your day zero, and this is where you'll go for your progress. So do that now, record, because if it were about information, we'd all be billionaires in with billionaires with six packs. But it is about taking action. So take action now today. Record that video and let me know about it. Tag me on Instagram, Spanish Speaking Mentor. Thank you. Buena suerte.